This is quite possibly the stupidest, most humiliating plan I've ever been a part of. No, that's not true. I've lived the past 15,000 years in Comora. This is the 374th stupidest, most humiliating plan I've ever been a part of.
Oh, shut your yap. You might even get to live by the end if it works.
The maestro's head flopped this way and that on his broken neck as Warboss Gitslaya's heavy gait jostled the homunculus from side to side.
I'm seriously weighing eternal damnation against going through with this ridiculous farce.
There ain't no farting as part of your plan. Leastwise not this plan.
Redbrain smoothed out the cloth that was draped over Gitslaya with the limbless maestro perched on top.
This is never going to work. I'm a limbless torso riding on an orc covered in a bedsheet.
No. I'm also wearing gloves to hide me green hands. Yeah, he's wearing gloves too.
It doesn't matter. No one is going to believe that this is me or that I willingly did this to myself. They're pretty clearly going to suspect something unless they've had 90% of their brain removed.
Yeah, but you made those things.
Redbrain gestured to the hulking grotesques that were more or less the same size as Gutsmangle.
Just tell him you made yourself a body like that.
And why did I lop off all my limbs and break my own neck?
I don't know. Just tell him it's art. Yeah, tell him it's art.
Just tell them it's...
Oh, actually, I'll be damned. That might actually work.
Yeah, trust the plan. And remember, I can mash you to a pulp faster than your no-face gits can crump me. So no funny business.
With all of the orcs, including Redbrain, tucked away in the scan-proof boxes, Maestro Chopovsky's remaining grotesque and rack entourage began hauling all of this unusual baggage to the edge of the bone middens. Once they started getting into the more populated portions of Lower Comora, the sight of the broken body of the maestro awkwardly flopping back and forth atop a mound of flesh and muscle covered in a bedsheet began to draw some questioning eyes.
It's art, you plebeian troglodytes! If you had a brain in your head, you'd be appreciating this masterpiece!
Most of the gawkers knew well enough to return to their business of purchasing illicit substances, planning intricate betrayals, or making arrangements for fun-time sessions with some hapless victims. However, a few could not tear their eyes away from the bizarre sight.
Archibald, if you would, please.
Archibald the Grotesque broke ranks with the other shambling piles of flesh and suffering, and rushed towards the closest rubbernecker. The unfortunate Drukhari tried to bolt, but the Grotesque was too quick on the draw and fired its liquefier gun right into the back of the hapless victim. The poor Dark Eldar shrieked in pain to the amusement of the onlookers. Archibald quickly scooped up the rapidly melting gawker and promptly dismembered him.
Anyone else want to be part of this living art piece?
The crowd of lowlifes quickly turned their heads and went about their way. The maestro whispered down to Warboss Gitslaya.
So, what is your plan, Orc?
Well, you got a ship, right?
Of course I have a ship. How else do you think I collect my specimens?
Then take us to your ship. We's nicking it, and then we's getting out of this weird place.
So, you're just going to steal my ship, and then I suppose you're going to tinker with it until it is nothing but a big, ugly, flying hunk of metal full of orcs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ugh. The things I do to avoid becoming one of She Who Thirsts' party favors.
As the group moved through Comora, and they did so with surprising ease, Chopovsky began devising a plan of his own. He had slowly been working his tooth loose from the inside of his mouth. Normally, he'd be able to pull out the hidden pill by hand. But, circumstances being what they were, slowly working it out with his tongue had been the only option. Finally, he got the thing loose and swallowed. This pill, using arcane Dark Eldar sciences, would allow the Maestro to slowly regenerate his severed limbs. Chopovsky also had no intention of allowing the orcs to take his ship. Instead, he would lead them to the vessel of his chief artistic rival, Demonis Brahms. Well, when life gives you lemons, why not squeeze them into the wounds of your enemies while laughing maniacally? Chopovsky grinned to himself as he concocted his diabolical plan. With any luck, his rival would be humiliated. The Maestro would be free. And the orcs, well, who really cared what they did once they were out of his hair? But he couldn't let that go. There was a large part of Chopovsky that wasn't about to let Warboss Gitslaya get away with humiliating him like this and turning him into some kind of comical meat puppet for the orcs. The homunculus schemed away as they drew nearer to the spaceport where Demonis Brahms' ship, the Symphony of Flesh, was docked. As the Maestro's plan took shape, Redbrain too was thinking away as well. Mostly because there was little else to do in the shipping container. But he also realized that he would have to come up with the rest of the escape plan himself now that Bonepicker was gone. Could the mind of the 2-week-old Redbrain contend with the millennia of experience that dwelt within the mind of Maestro Pyotr Chopovsky? In the words of Redbrain,
It's probably fine. What could go wrong?
no man do they call me. My mother and my father, and all my comrades as well. Thank you all for listening to the continuing adventures of Warboss Gitslaya as he tries to escape from Komara. If you enjoyed the story, please leave a like and a comment, as that helps support programs that provide artistic experience for underprivileged orcs. If you are new to this channel and enjoyed what you heard, subscribe to hear more of the fantastic works of Pyotr Chopovsky. If you have no idea what's going on, there's a lovely playlist link that should be appearing on screen now, so you can listen to the story from the beginning. And if you would like to support me, you can sign up and join my Patreon in order to be mentioned at the end of every video, to gain access to ad-free content, and to also view exclusive behind-the-scenes and writing process videos. You can also donate via PayPal if you prefer. Thank you all again for listening. No Man out.